Hello and welcome to Dice Chasers. It's really hot, so I'm gonna just do this from over here in the view of the fan. So, last time on Dice Chasers, we had our beach episode because we stopped at an inn on the way to find out what was going on with Liam's dad and his research facility place with crystal harmonics and such. At the beach, we ate some ice cream and we're told, hey, don't go into the shed. So of course, Yalreth went into the shed, and none of us noticed because Elio and Sonia were busy having fun as Faye do in the water and then burying Jin in the sand. But yeah, Yalreth opened up the shed and was immediately dragged in by the vampire inside. As it turns out, the innkeeper was keeping her sister, who had been turned into a vampire by traveling adventurers, in the shed, and that is why she didn't want us going in there. But we did, and then Yalreth got hurt, and we got scolded. Oops. And then, after we got scolded, we were told to leave, and we did, because we did kind of break the rules. And we ran into a duo, a human, I believe, and a giant orc named Dale and Tucker, who invited us to their vacation home that they were heading to fix up. And while we were there, we quickly learned that they are very lucky and or unlucky people. And every couple minutes, some cultists would arrive and immediately die in very unfortunate, unlucky ways. And amidst all the death, we went fishing, made some soup. Yalreth went on a kind of date with Tucker as he made her some tea, and she serenaded him, but was also completely oblivious to the fact that he was flirting. And after significantly lowering the number of members of this cult, we decided we would go and camp elsewhere to save ourselves from potential accidental death. And that's where we left off. So, will we actually find out what was going on with Liam's dad? Will Dale and Will Dale and Tucker finish their vacation home? Will we find out what happened to all the cultists in the river? Find out on this episode of Dice Chasers!
Can you hear adventure calling? Do you hear it beckon? Choose your fate, the dice are falling. Chase your destiny. Traveling with your companions, forming your own story. Facing dungeons, fighting dragons, live your legacy. Searching for a greater purpose, carrying the burden of a pain-filled history, healing through the comfort of companions, chasing after freedom, waiting patiently. We can hear adventure calling, we will answer bravely. Toss the dice, we'll face our fate, we'll chase our destiny.
So we join you the next day. You continued on your path and come to a mountain. Basically, the path winds up the mountain. There's basically a hole in the mountain. It's supposed to be where you're going. But you look in, and it's just a big chasm. There's nothing there. As a test, one of you puts your hands out, and it's a shimmering blue light kind of envelops your hand, and you can feel like a slight pull.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm assuming it would be Sagric, because he's right at the front.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be up. He will notify
But
the rest
how
of the
do
party.
you
It's like,
feel a pull if you can't feel? Riddle me that.
Oh.
I feel that's
But
robotist.
a robot can feel. Robot have heart.
Kiss my shiny metal. Anyway,
Now I know I have a
My-
heart because it's broken.
My
I
metal
feel-
chassis.
I feel that a robot would still feel gravity and
Oh yeah, it
force
would still
pull.
have like. Oh no, there's
Yeah,
a
He's
giant
definitely got some
magnet.
sort of.
he'd have to exert more RPM to lift.
Mm-hmm.
You got me there.
As in
See?
touching somebody. No.
Just be,
Touching
contact.
you.
Well,
I'm pretty sure if Sabrak is up there first, he would notify the group of this particular phenomenon at that point, and sort of look at them all. It's like, I think we may proceed forward. However, what lies beyond this veil is uncertain.
Sonia's gonna stick her hand through as well and do like a hello on the other side.
If
Yeah,
she loses her
you,
hand,
you put your hand
Hello?
in, and it's like a pull, like a current, just kind of pulling your arm.
Shoves her head in.
Ew, like.
Okay, it pulls the rest of you, and you see Sonia go across this chasm inside the mountain. She's just surrounded by shimmering blue light, and it just takes her.
I don't know where the rest
think
of
it's
the
straight
I don't
across.
know where the cavern ends. So I'm gonna just leave her
it
here for a
ends-
second.
Transportation.
Yeah, it's like a. I wouldn't even call it a portal. It's more of a. Yeah. Just a means of transport.
This is where you end up. This is not the. Megan put herself.
Oh, you said we're at the point at the other side. I see.
Yeah, so this is the point where you arrive at the other side.
Well, Yalreth would have yeeted herself in anyway. After Sonia,
Okay.
for sure.
Ilio just strolls in after. Casually.
Yeah, so like this blue light just surrounds you, and it feels you're just in a swift river kind of thing. It's pulling you along, kind of a little staticky, but other than that, yeah.
we are the fish.
Cool.
Meh.
So as all of you cross, you arrive at a archway inscribed with magic runes around this doorway. The door, it was open, slams shut. Big heavy iron door blocking the way inside. A voice emanating from the door says, "Hello, you are speaking to the structure for assisted magic. Please state your business."
We're here to find the dad of Liam. I don't remember what his last name is.
Teach.
Yeah, we're here to find
Yes.
Mr. Teach.
Well, if you remember, his dad wasn't here. This is one of his labs, and
Ah.
he's lost contact with it.
Ah, okay then. We were
Here to
sent by
investigate.
Liam Teach.
Ah, I see. The door opens.
Sabrak will just marvel at this
Whoa.
innovation of technology. It's like amazing of having voice recognition to going into actuation of gateways. Imagine the possibilities you could have within large settlements and structures of that form.
It's pretty cool.
Jin's like just staring at Sabrak at this point.
Yeah,
was about to
I
say,
understand
just-
some of those words.
Alright, Yalreth is looking at Sabrak with rapt attention and almost fangirl levels of adoration of just like, it would be brilliant.
There's also SAM, as the acronym stands for Structure for Assisted Magic. It says, "Would you like food and refreshments?"
I mean, all we had to eat recently was fish stew that a body fell in, so yeah. That sounds nice, thank you.
I mean, no wonder it tasted so heady.
A lot of body to it.
No, I think the Jin got the bowl from
Inspiration for
before
the two of you.
That's all it takes,
all right,
people.
so
Too bad I already have
as you
inspiration.
as you say that, a cup of water pops in your hand, and like I guess what do you call it? A grip of grapes in the other hand.
I don't have grapes.
Are they peeled?
Peel.
No,
Peel my grapes for me, darling.
they're still in the vine.
You never know. There could be dedication to this.
For you, Jin, you get a like a mutton shank.
Oh.
Normally, I would be insulted on the fact that they had assumed that I am a carnivore. They're correct in this case, but don't assume.
Ah!
We'll happily also go, yeah, sure. Food sounds good.
You get a nice meat pie.
Woo.
Pie.
What's everyone
Yeah,
getting
it's
meat
like,
Sorry,
mixed
bringing
up
it.
with grapes?
Down.
Yes, you got grapes. Are you
Shut up and
griping
eat
about
the
your
grapes,
grapes?
Sonia.
Noticing your foul mood. Oh, have I offended? I'm sorry. I was not sure as to your dietary requirements. I have
Oh.
not met your kind before.
No, it's fine. Grapes are fine.
Ginge like
Sorry.
offers half-eaten mutton shank over her shoulder
She's gonna take a
It's
peel
like-
off a piece of it.
as she like peels off a piece of part of it. He's kind of like, I feel awkward doing this because it's somewhere, sometime this would be funny.
He'll like
Does it
splits
count
his,
as cannibalism?
he'll, like splits his pie in half, gives like half to you.
She looks like a deer, but she's a person, damn it.
Most of my food
Reminder
came-
for Illimar. Amari requires an update in negative 16 days.
Negatives. 16 days.
I mean, so do.
Jin leans over and looks at Sabrak. Numbers have negatives.
Yes, they do.
Lou
That's some straight fool.
just coughs, trying not to laugh.
He's very confused.
We may pursue this lecture at another time. I believe we have a investigation on our hands.
Seem.
So left, right, or the big door? Because I'm assuming those two on the sides
we
are
may-
also doors.
Mayhaps we
Yeah,
might
there's
be
a
able to
door.
integrate with this unit to maybe facilitate of where we must go.
Perhaps, Sam, are you capable of offering us the means of a tour of this place and location?
I am no guide. I am here to assist, however. To your left is the library. Ahead is the greenhouse. To your right is the dormitory.
All right. Well, we were sent here in a means to basically check up on this place. Apparently, it has gone quiet, so Liam was a little concerned. And you said you were negative 16 days to an update?
Correct.
Yara
Ilmar's-
busts past everyone and opens the door.
Of course she does.
She,
Excellent.
she
Um,
heard library.
One of these days, Barry's gonna be like, "There's a
Ilmar's
library
report
in there,"
too.
and you open the door and you fall in a pit trap.
Yeah.
It won't be a pit trap. It'll be a cube.
Book monsters.
Mimics.
So-
All of them.
Mm.
A mimic colony. The whole castle is like a mimic.
Mm-hmm.
Ilmar, the report for Amari. Teach requires an update in negative 16 days.
So that means he missed the deadline by 16 days. So something probably happened.
I
Hello,
mean,
Mr. T.
this room looks like something happened to it.
So, large stone shelves jut from the walls, most of them empty. The tomes that once lined them are scattered about the room, lying on wooden tables strewn over armchairs and discarded on the floor. A small wooden bookshelf packed with thinner, more ornate volumes sits in the corner.
The monsters. They did all these books. Yalreth
Or-
picks her way through.
As you pick up books and you look at them, the discarded books, you realize something, that there are no words in them.
What? And
What have you
Yalreth's like,
found,
It's like
Yalreth?
it's like something drained all the words from these. And actually, there's these even like trace ink marks like running down the insides of the books, like it's been sucked away.
Yalreth is like going through different books as Sabrak comes in, and she's like, "These books are empty." And she'll pass him a book and show, like, point to the blank and then point to the ink. Look, something sucked the words out of the book.
At that point, sort of having the book handed to it, and seeing it almost seems like the ink is being drawn off the parchment and the manuscripts. Sabrak would basically like to see if he could sense anything magical using like detect magic. Probably be blinding here, but
Sure. So, actually, as you do detect magic, you can see that all the walls in this place are carved with runes.
okay.
And basically, they're all pulsing a blue light, the same sort of blue light that brought you in.
Okay. So interlace within the structure itself. Interesting.
What about the small bookshelf, the small wooden shelf you were talking about?
Yeah, it's actually right where Sonya is.
Yalreth would walk back to look at it, and you said it looked like it hadn't been touched?
Yes, a small wooden bookshelf packed with thinner, more ornate volumes sits in the corner.
Yalreth will reach to take a volume.
This is Megan speaking.
Your hand is stuck.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say, you think that the part that wasn't touched by whatever ransacked this place was because it was trapped, maybe?
Yeah, I feel like Leo probably looks over at Yalreth as she goes to touch. She's like, "Wait, Yalreth," and then it's too late. There's no time.
So, with your hand stuck there, teeth form around it.
Book monsters.
No!
Yay!
Does a 13 hit?
I think it does.
Book, line, and sinker.
Yeah, I've got 12.
No, teeth,
Stop
tongue,
it.
and biter.
Yep.
I made a good book pun. Jeez, you gotta steal my thunder.
What?
You literally warned me about mimics, Barry. You literally
Yes.
warned me.
Ooh, that's a big
Okay, you
bite.
take 6 points of piercing damage and 1 point of acid damage
Yep.
as this mimic bites your hand.
Now, is this the book or is it the?
The entire case.
Cool.
Well, this is definitely where Sabrak would say, "Danger, Yalreth, danger!"
Could Yalreth react with Word of Radiance?
a
Or would you
reaction.
want me to? No, it's not. It's a cantrip. I don't. Yeah. It's worth a try. Okay.
Oh,
Hey, my favorite
Damn.
number.
I'm just gonna roll like crap from now on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be willing to trade that 15 for a 4 for you there, Barry, if you wanted.
Oh my god, Yalreth, besties, we're twinsies with our rolls. We also have to roll a d20.
Yeah. My dex is 12. I think you go first. Oh, okay, we do that.
It's just a flat 20 that you roll.
Yeah, I
for-
know. Oh, okay. What?
Smoked.
Cause yeah, I think the rule is just whoever. I know it depends on the DM. Devin does higher dex.
Yeah, or we can roll off. Roll off is fun.
Roll off's fine.
Yep.
No set rule. There's like suggestions they throw out in the book, and you could do really anything to determine
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
the tie.
Like I said, it depends on the DM for me.
Yeah, that's
It
really
only
the
ever
point.
happens.
It's just because I did dex. I did dex the other day. But it's just stuck in my head. But I'm cool with the roll off.
I think
Either way, Yalreth's getting chopped. Fuck this mimic.
this is my first
Okay.
ever mimic.
For
this game,
yes.
For this game.
No, I mean like in general. Like, did we fight
Oh,
a mimic in the
Yeah,
other
we
one?
did. No, we had one in James's game.
Acquisitions Incorporated. Yeah.
Then yeah,
Yeah.
like I've never fought a mimic before. I know of them.
They're not
Not
fun.
that I can-
Have I not thrown a mimic at you?
I don't.
I
think
have thrown a mimic at you
Which one? Because like I don't remember any.
because you used Lahiri's spiritual guardian, the giant teddy bear, to beat up the mimic.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yes, I remember that now.
DM brain doesn't turn off.
So never mind. It's not a
Right.
special
Always
occasion. It's just
I'm
a second
understanding
mimic.
this now. Sorry.
All right, Rack, you are up first.
Okay, well, seeing that one of its companions is in danger, it will discard the book and will effectively.
Yeah, catches book.
Suddenly, Jin flies into the room, catches it.
And
Use my
you throw the
reaction.
book at whap Ilio in the face. Pages open.
Actually, I was just wondering, would Sabrak be able to effectively move Yalreth back 5 feet and take her spot and take the attack of opportunity on her behalf then? Just to keep its attention?
I'm stuck.
Is she?
So I will need to make a
Yeah.
It's she touched it and she's adhesed to it.
Right.
However, if you make a strength check,
Well, let's see what Sabrak can do. Straight strength.
Yalreth, how was the game on Friday? Well, I needed a hand.
And it got
okay, you
discombobulated.
yeet Yalreth away.
Holy crap. That is a strong cleric.
That is a very strong player. Yeah, I will say that so it will take its opportunity attack with its pseudopod. And like I said, I'm gonna roll like complete garbage tonight. So
Hey, as long
You
as
guys
you're
just-
eating it.
You can see my rolls, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Hidden.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can.
good.
Yeah, we saw the
Yeah.
8 that got rolled there. Still my favorite number.
You there.
Okay, so that was my action. Moved into combat position. I believe I still have a cantrip available, yes?
Correct.
Alright, and as always, we do cantrips as a bonus action, which makes the game even funner. But that means the NPCs can do that too. Alright, Sacred Flame. As the lenses on Sprax's body
Alright.
open up and you see the citron glow.
That's a hit.
It does have a dex save it can make
Yeah.
to negate the damage.
It's a dex.
Oh, you're right. Well, good thing we're Dexy.
Oh!
Oh, snap!
I
Was
can
not
just see
expecting
like the
that, actually.
bookcase just molding itself onto the wall and skittering away from the, conflagration that appears before it and just.
Actually, if you want to roll me a perception check.
Sure.
Suddenly the bookshelf has shades and a trench coat on. Just
Okay, that is enough to notice that, like, as it's moving, one of the books actually falls out.
Oh, cool.
So it's like one of the books was real.
Okay.
Not the
Uh,
one
so-
I touched. Sorry.
So Brack will make mention for that one. It's like, ensure that that book is not destroyed. We might have need of it.
protecting it, yeah.
Jin! Jinny Jin Jin.
Can I even get into combat in there? 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, you can move past your friends.
So I'm gonna move into there. I'm gonna draw the greatsword, and I'm gonna drop the greatsword on it.
Okay.
Smash.
I'm actually gonna re-roll that blow the inspiration right off the bat. Why is it rolling at advantage? And here is the... There we go.
There we go.
There you go, that'll hit.
No inspiration blowing needed.
You still got your 8 spell?
9 damage. Is it still up?
Oh, yeah.
Then I am going to blow a key point and use Flurry of Blows.
Always.
Because I am also a monk. Which means immediately after you take your attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Nice.
Pow, pow.
We got the wombo combo happening here.
Okay, 1 hit. However, I'm also going to need you to make a strength throw as well.
Okay.
Good. So you punch it, and as you pull your punch back, it's actually like...
Gross.
You're like, oh god.
Nice.
Look-
You're not happy.
Looks at some Brack, just thinking about wiping his hand on his robes, like,
Easily the
Hey,
9th
Ron.
most disgusting thing I've been covered in.
Helio!
Only the 9th? Oh my god.
Definitely, probably the 46th worst thing that's ever been in my mouth, so you're fine.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
Elio can't really get around it. So he will cast Eldritch Blast
Smash!
and fail
oh.
miserably. So sorry, Sonia. Or Jin.
Can I
I was
blow
just-
the inspiration to give her a reroll?
I mean, I have my
You
own,
can,
so
actually.
I'll re-roll it myself technically. 'Cause,
Well,
yeah.
I'm just curious because some DMs don't allow people to use their inspiration
Mhm.
on anybody.
Oh no,
outside.
you're allowed to use inspiration on anybody. It's not just for you.
I appreciate it. I will use my own.
Okay.
Because otherwise Jin was getting a shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I didn't.
Mhm.
Hit.
Just get a nice gaping hole in the side of his head. It's like, yeah, I needed that.
Ventilation.
Yeah, just gotta ventilate the air around the brain, like get that nice whoosh feeling of wind.
Whoops.
Oh, I can use his rebuke as a reaction. Rip me. Well, I know that for the future now.
Yes.
It's good to know your reactionary spells. All right.
Right.
Anything else, Elio?
I will just blow because it's just cantrip Eldritch Blast. I'll just do let's do a frostbite.
Yeah. Suck it, mimic.
Heard of cold feet, but are you prepared?
It'll be a
for
cold day in
feet?
hell before you get close to Elio again.
Yeah. So like a rime of frost kind of forms over the surface of this mimic,
It now has. Now I don't know if it counts because it's a weapon attack roll, so I don't know if a mimic's attacks count as weapon attacks.
They do not. It's just part of its natural body.
Then there's no other effect.
Yalreth, you got yeeted out of the way by the big robot.
Stand aside, citizen.
It's like he's there to protect you. He is your RoboCop.
My hero! Yalreth is gonna do a witch bolt. I wanted to do that a second. Why didn't it not let me do that? Or does it automatically do it for me?
Josh
All
is
your
broken.
spells are cast at the max level.
Oh, sweet. So, yeah.
Hit.
Oh, now I. Okay.
Josh, would you like
Wait,
to
no,
share
I
with the
have-
Sorry.
class?
Wait, no, I have to do them at 3rd level.
So funny.
What?
I just have this image in my head of Sabrak setting her aside and being like, just for fails, and then looking at the mimic and going, your move, creep.
Oh my god.
So I picture this as Yalreth comes up behind Sonya, puts her arms behind her, like Sonya's got a second pair of arms and casts the spell.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
She would do that.
arms, motherfucker.
She would
Because
totally
it's
do
good for
that.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, she would totally do that. It's just path of least resistance with Yalreth.
Except the illusion doesn't work at all because Yalreth is so much taller than her.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of slightly lifts up Sonya a bit, like
Yeah, Sonya's.
Feet,
Drag
hooves
them
dangling in
over
the
her
air like this
shoulder
is
and-
fine.
Yeah, totally fine.
okay. So if that's a concentration spell, yes.
I think so. Hold on.
Yes.
Concentration
Yes.
for 1 minute.
Yep.
So you can cast another, like a cantrip, as long as it's not a concentration or anything.
Let me check.
Correct.
Yep, then I can do. Oh wait. I can do the Eldritch Blast.
Smelter smash.
Hit.
I feel that could be another.
Hey.
It was so worth it.
Oh.
With her hand, she just like makes a slapping motion with the Eldritch Blast, and it's just like,
The slap is more like
right? It's like a pimp slap, only not nearly as cool.
Sonya.
She's gonna be like,
I mean, for anybody
Yalreth,
who's
lift
ever
me up a
seen
little
Slap
higher
before.
and then drop me on it. And she's gonna take out Talon and two-hand
Or sword,
slam.
yeah.
Yeah, just
The
from
Talon in
above.
my brain went to Ashley's other
Yeah.
character.
Right?
I take out Talon, this moody young team hat.
Had my pocket
I mean, I was
emo
like,
boy
you know,
for emergencies. Talon, I choose you. Use fireball.
Just uses Talon
No.
like Mr. Fish. Whack, whack, whack.
Who the fuck are you? You're not gonna tell me what to do.
Hell
Until Talon would immediately protest and be like, "Why the fuck are you telling me what to do? You're cute though.
yeah.
How you doing?"
Oh my. But yeah.
Okie dokie.
Wait, hold on. Do I have?
No.
We've leveled up. Do I have this? Yeah, I can attack
Good,
twice now. Yeah,
yes, you can.
Talon a
Roll five.
second time.
Swing,
Yeah.
swing, swing.
Another hit. Jeez, you know, you guys are rolling. Guy, alright, cool. It's dead.
Hey.
It
We
just
did it.
loses all shape
Hey,
and form and just
whoa.
kind of deflates into a puddle of
Ew.
grossness on the floor.
So
Yeah,
now
but
I
that
actually
goes
takes a
back-
step back a little. Like, oh, gross! It touched my hoof.
Grab the book.
Oh, up, grabs. So
No,
it's
boots on
little
my
red.
hand.
you got, yeah, never mind.
Fascinating. You were able to defeat Ilmar's security.
He put that there on purpose.
I'm assuming, yeah, he's
Protect
probably
his journal.
protecting a book.
I want ick on
Please.
me.
What does that book contain?
Sonia?
You don't know, Sam?
I do not. I
why?
find myself curious.
Wait,
Helios
other-
is-
It's
Suspicious.
yeah, it's a little hard to do on a disembodied voice, but is it like possible to do an insight check to see if there might be any malicious intent? I'll take a
Definitely getting a HAL
disadvantage if you want.
9000 live here.
We're all going to die down here.
You're all going to die down here.
I can't let you do that.
Why did
I
you do
mean,
that, Dave?
it does seem genuinely curious.
If it's his
I
journal,
mean, you
that's
guys are
basically
judging a
his...
robot by its disembodied voice. We judge a robot that happens to have a body.
I don't know if I feel comfortable reading someone's diary.
It could have insights of what happened here, though.
Elio just
He goes,
puts his hand out.
I
Hand
can't
it
read.
to Elio.
Elio will.
Okay.
I don't mind standing next to someone reading someone's diary.
Does Elio feel any kind of sense of magic coming from this book? That would just sort of be something he would gain from being a druid. Okay.
Nope.
He will then open the page to peruse.
Yeah, so the journal is scattered notes. Kind of looks like a doctor wrote most of them. Just hard to read kind of stuff. There are 3 passages that you can read. Here's number 1.
Whoa. Boop. No, that's not what I wanted.
Our grant mandate that Sam must be able to not only learn and retain information, but respond to it as well. Errata answers its questions patiently, although it keeps bringing her copper wires whenever she attempts to cast mending. Only off by 1 letter, but progress is slow.
Apologies to the people... Oh, there we go. I was going to say I accidentally closed it and it wouldn't let me reopen it, so that one was...
Here's entry 2.
Sam has learned to anticipate more than just our spellcasting needs. It reminds me to go to bed at a normal hour, whatever that is, and wakes me up precisely 8 hours later. I can only hope Amari will see the usefulness.
Oh.
And here's entry 3.
We lost Exor this evening. The greenhouse's temperature went just a hair chillier than expected, which caused a rather inflammatory reaction in the workshop. Must revisit the climate control feature.
Well, it seems sort of just inane scribblings about the place. Elio will read the sections that he was able to out loud.
Oh.
The walls kind of pulse blue, and you hear, fascinating.
No, seems whoever wrote it was keen about your development there, Sam.
Loud cat is loud.
Odin's Ray!
Ilmar has been working to see if I am viable for other magic towers.
What happened to everybody here? Where is everyone? There are supposed to be people here, I'm assuming.
Error. People not found.
We're right.
So,
We as people.
Aside from you people,
What do you people?
so something happened at least 16 days ago, meaning the people who are supposed to be here aren't here anymore. There looks to be signs of struggle, but we can find, so far, no actual cause behind it, and the only evidence we have found points to environmental systems failing.
And Sam,
Possibly.
who or what was Exor from that third one?
Exor was a mage that was working on project.
I assumed they were researchers.
Well, yeah, they were doing stuff with the crystalline.
Crystalline harmonics.
Resonance.
Yes, crystalline harmonics.
Sam,
And
Yes.
state of the greenhouse.
yeah, I was gonna ask that.
All plants alive and thriving. We have many medical reagents.
And is it the right temperature or the ideal temperature?
Current temperature in greenhouse is ideal for growing plants.
So it would seem whatever happened there previously has been reset.
Sam, where is Tira? And Amari, even for that matter, as well.
Amari Teach is spearheading this project, mostly through funds. He has not appeared in this location.
All right. Then who is Itra?
Tira is mage researcher on Crystal Harmonics project.
Who is she? Was she here for the project most of the time?
Tira not found.
Yes, clearly. When was the last time she did work here?
Negative 16 days.
When everything kicked off. Can you tell me the nature of your updates?
Runtime error. What do you mean?
Holy
Like,
man.
What are the updates for?
updates were regularly sent via mail to establish progress on Crystal Harmonics project, whether SAM is a viable component for future magic labs.
So you are integral to the crystal harmonics process?
I am the Crystal Harmonics process.
Oh,
Also
that's
very-
special. That's why the walls glow.
I'm
Yes.
gonna
The
listen.
runes give me the ability to process information in, as well as cast spells to assist.
That's fascinating.
But also,
And
Barry,
now
I'm gonna
Yalreth
listen to
turns
each
and
door
looks at the
before opening
wall.
them.
Yes.
Distance.
Hello.
Jin just kind of makes his way out of the room at that point.
This the wing here that you're in, well furnished. The beds are there. Nothing seems out of place.
So I didn't want to interrupt,
Yalreth-
but I was like, I'm not opening the doors yet. I'm just listening first.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. So
Okay, well, in that case, yeah, I'll be opening them. But I just wanted to say that. I'm like, I didn't want to interrupt, but...
I was just gonna say it's like Star Trek technology. As soon as you walk past the door, just slide open.
yeah, basically, he's opening the doors for you as you walk by.
That's cool.
Oh.
I mean, considering the opening one was like an iron door. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like scooches around Jin and is just like, Dad, we want to check out over there? To the door to the
Yeah, the
side.
greenhouse.
Yeah, the greenhouse.
And Sonia comes out of the side door. Yeah, there's no one in the dorms. Though I'd probably take a closer
Okay.
look if we wanted.
Well, there's a place to look.
Yalreth's still feeling up the walls.
Designation
Elia, stop
Yalreth.
no clipping.
You may wish to accompany us as we are continuing to explore the area.
Stop molesting the walls.
The walls are so pretty. They're fascinating.
They are.
Are you gaining some insight via tactile inspection?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to do.
Grabby hands.
Doing some warlock grabby hands.
Why does everybody use such big words?
It is like even as you're touching, it's kind of like little bits of like electricity at your fingertips, kind of not like painful or anything, just kind of like. Zzz.
You
Yeah,
can
you
feel
can
the
feel the
the energy
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
crystal. That's fascinating. Yalreth
Through
is
the-
like,
The runes carved in the wall, they're not the actual crystal itself. So it's the energy, the magical energy you can feel.
The undercurrent of it here.
does Yalreth recognize any of the runes?
There's many different ones. Basically, you roll me an Arcana.
Sure. That one.
Okay. So you're seeing runes like for conjuration, and basically you find for pretty much every school of magic, runes associated. So you think that in the Sam's abilities, it's able to cast all these spells
Mm.
to like assist. So if like say the researcher needs a light and they say you produce flame, it'll produce flame for them without them having to cast a spell or use any components or anything.
I see. That's really clever. Yalreth's also gonna like finally drag herself away from the wall and use Mage Hand to siphon through the mimic bits just to see if there's anything else there.
No, nothing else. It's just goo.
Okay, that's fine.
Mimic
Just
hand.
one-
Your mage hand kind of goes.
Slime.
Wait, no, do that again. I wasn't watching the camera. Yeah, that's what I was
Shakes
doing,
it up.
buddy. Yalreth doesn't still have mimic goop on her hand or anything, does she?
I don't know. It's all dissolved off.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Wait. Right? So yeah, Yalreth's gonna follow along after Sabrak now.
As you approach the greenhouse, the doors go whoosh and open up. You see a spacious circular greenhouse full of life. Roots dig into wooden boxes of soil, and stems stretch towards the light that shines down from the ceiling. The room is nearly covered with a vibrant, hi Ella, with vibrant, thriving plants, except for a small patch of barren soil. Good night, Ella.
Good
There you go.
night.
Go ahead.
Good night.
Night night.
Have a good night.
Night night.
You wave? You wave to everybody?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye, honey.
Bye.
Bye bye. This cuteness intermission brought to you by
Future DM.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, where every sip is a nat 20. Hashtag not sponsored. but maybe.
Oh, no.
Right? Maybe one day.
Just when we find out we're affiliate at this point, and the entire thing was preceded by a Coca-Cola ad, coincidentally.
Right?
Whoops!
Perfect timing.
Good night.
Bye bye.
See ya,
Bye.
man.
That little paw.
All right, and we're back.
Huzzah! The greenhouse.
Oh, I can't believe the greenhouse had a small child in it. Bye.
Just scampers out.
So yeah, when you look up, there actually is no hole in the ceiling to let sunlight out, but there's still sunlight coming into this room somehow.
Ah, interesting.
I'll be like,
Sam, are you casting some ray of sunlight or something? Is this your
Correct.
Daylight.
Sunlight is created by magic.
that makes sense.
fascinating?
We are able to grow trees and plants even inside the heart of a mountain.
I was fascinated by this room.
Elio, you would notice that there are plants here used for making healing potions.
He will share this knowledge with the group, trying not to go complete herb nerd on everybody.
Do it. You only get to go herb nerd like a few times in your life. Embrace
Yeah.
it.
We already have one overly excitable nerd in our group. I don't think we need another. He
Hey,
just grins.
nothing wrong with going full nerd. You should try it. It's fun.
I'm only aware of
I'm
the plants
sorry.
that
Who's the one that
edible.
keeps getting eaten or hit with weapons when they do it?
I keep surviving though, and that's the real trick.
In my experience,
You're welcome.
adventurers get eaten and attacked by things most of the time. So,
is true.
statistically. But,
I'm a real
Elio,
adventurer.
since you know more about plants than I do, does anything in here look dangerous? Or.
I did have a look around, yeah, for sure.
I only know about.
Be aware, one of the
Wow.
researchers was a druid.
Perhaps
Really?
next door.
Are they still in the room? You
Actually,
said there
really
was no
good question.
people, but a druid can become a not people. Science.
That's actually a really good
Magic.
There are no polymorphed druids in room. However,
Is there a
some
corpse?
rooms were not cleared.
Some rooms
Uh,
might still have things in them.
Well, some remains were not cleared.
Oh, remains.
Oh, remains, right.
So there's a small patch of barren soil here, and as you look after it, after he mentions that, you notice that it is burnt. So you find traces of incinerated plants, bone fragments, and scraps of cloth.
Oh.
Well,
Rest
that
in
would tie
pieces.
into the note.
Yes, it would.
Did we find our druid?
Cause?
The temperature dropped in the greenhouse, threatening plant life. Temperature had to be increased rapidly.
So you burnt the druid?
Unfortunately, organic damage was suffered.
Oh, Sam. Don't you have protocols against this?
We are certain the druid is backed up.
Backed up.
Backed up? We're not data.
Yalreth.
Fascinating. Correlating.
It's Yalreth. This is this is not a person.
No, I know. That's what I mean. I'm trying to talk to it. Like, I'm trying to work out what it's trying to say. It doesn't work out that the druid would be backed up because we're not data. We don't get saved.
Yes, we know this. He does not know this.
Data point logged. Organic damage can be fatal.
Very fatal. Were there any other incidences of organic damage in the past 16 or 17 days?
Potential fall from cliff.
Which 16 days ago?
Affirmative.
Who?
Ilmar. And Itera.
I see. So when I asked what happened to Terra, this is what I was inquiring about.
They have not returned from their fall.
They won't.
Correlation
return from their
was-
fall.
Organic damage suffered.
I see.
Just waiting for them to return.
Where is this cliff, Sam?
Through the greenhouse.
Also, Sam,
Illy.
falls can cause
Yes.
lethal organic damage if from a high enough height. If you want
Understood.
to log...
Helio, please stop.
Okay. Where would you like me to stop in particular? Okay.
Something about the tree there. As you're walking by, you're like, wait a sec.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Helio just like mid curse gets smacked by a tree.
Yeah, the branch that literally comes along and whack.
Oh, just gonna slide it in here. Jin's gonna chuckle and mutter something about poetic justice.
Why?
Well, it's just funny that you were giving Yalreth a hard time, and then you walked past a tree, and the tree clubbed you.
Like I said,
Yeah,
statistically speaking.
I mean,
All I
it's something not to expect, but again, Sonia's also right. We are adventurers. Getting beat up is in the job description.
Totally.
I'm just gonna say, for everyone who has played Dragon's Dogma, as soon as it happened, all I can think in my head is, what a large tree.
Oh god.
My brain just jumped to the mushrooms in Dark Souls.
The myconoids.
Oh no, the mushrooms, they are so chunky. James, it's your favourite number.
Hey.
The amount of times I've been murked by those, even the little mushrooms hurt so much.
This is Megan genuinely asking a question. When druids die, is it possible that they like merge with nature?
So,
I've never played a
depends.
druid, so I
it
don't
also
know.
depends on the druid type. I know there's an archetype called, I think it's in Tasha's, that's like Wanderlust, something like that. When they die, they explode into a colony of like
Balls.
Fey plants, and they basically create a tear into the Fey, and they get ejected back.
That's
And then
cool.
there's one of the other ones. I think when you hit a high enough level, you basically get rebirth.
And other ones just get the ageless body, so they just don't age.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
We're gonna pause here before we get right into combat. Do a little bathroom break, little dance break. We'll see you
Alright.
in
10 minutes,
Couple
I
minutes.
believe.
Can you hear adventure calling? Do you hear it beckon? Choose your fate, the dice are falling. Chase your destiny. Traveling with your companions, forming your own story. Facing dungeons, fighting dragons, live your legacy. Searching for a greater purpose, carrying the burden of a pain-filled history, healing through the comfort of companions, chasing after freedom, waiting patiently. We can hear adventure calling, we will answer bravely. Toss the dice, we'll face our fate, we'll chase our destiny.
with the ancient nemesis, nature.
But why do we have to fight?
Get off!
That's it. Sonia,
Oh, it's me.
you basically watched Elio get bitch slapped by a tree.
Oh.
I mean, we were talking about Eldritch Smash. Eldritch Slap slapping somebody earlier, so it was like.
Eldritch slap.
It was an Eldritch slap.
I mean, if it does cutting damage, is it Eldritch Slash?
Yes.
It's more of an elm.
She just sits there for 1 second, like, okay, are we fighting a tree? Looks around.
Yes!
It is perform possible
Okay.
actions.
Or Smash!
10 jump attack with my character sheet's not open. Wait, with my silver long sword.
Oh,
Oh
Silver Longsword!
no! And
So you whiff through the branches and you miss.
oh, okay. Well, try again.
There you go. That'll
I
hit.
put plus 10 effort into it.
Heck yeah.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I do 6 damage and I make my way. So yeah, she
Alright.
misses and then lumberjack side swing to it. As a fae, I feel
Emilio.
weird about attacking a tree,
With it.
but you did punch my friend, so.
right.
It shakes its branches. And you just wrestle.
We
Kill.
have to,
Nature!
Rustles
we have to
aggressively
speak
at
in
you.
tree. Friend or foe?
This is for all the people with allergies.
This is for all. This is all the paper cuts you've given me.
Pollen swarm.
Pollen's
Who now have these?
Oh, that would suck. The forest child had had a plant allergy this whole time.
cow.
I guess, is there any means that Elio could possibly try to soothe this creature, or is there something he knows even can be done?
So
healthy.
it was given sentience by a awakening spell or similar magic, basically by a druid. Brought this plant to life.
Oh, maybe it just
I
got
guess
pissed
roll me
off.
a nature
'cause-
check.
I'm wondering if it got pissed off because you walked on the bones of its friend.
Oh, maybe.
This is a dandelion. It's not a tree. You know so much about nature.
This is an angry tree.
It's so angry.
Angry. Roast
Top tree, Angie.
Worst druid ever. No.
Maybe.
Oh.
Okay, usually I don't like doing this, but seeing as Elio is kind of under attack and kind of rolled that, and because of my background, would I be able to assist it in a nature check?
Sure. Roll a nature check. Your own nature check. That's a magic tree, yo. It's basically you think it's protecting the area. Probably given instruction by a druid to keep this place safe.
Kind of like the mimics in the other room. It's a guardian
Yeah.
of that room.
Yeah. So you know that like guardians like this would have a word, basically to let people know that let it know that it's okay, these people are good.
Word! Safe word!
Yeah.
It's safe word, yes.
Could be anything.
Leaf.
Where's
Stop.
the any key?
Sam, this is a long shot, but do you know the stop word for the tree?
Exor, always whispered. Could not make out.
Could not make out.
I am incapable of making out, Sonia. However, actually, he doesn't know your name yet. So you never introduced yourself.
Oh, we did.
Not capable of making out.
Okay. Well,
That's good. Yalreth would probably try.
Hey!
You were
No,
getting
that's
real
mercy.
handsy with that wall.
Because of the runes, man, it's magic.
Do you believe in magic?
I don't like things that way, they're icky.
In a
Elio will
dragon's heart.
then just cast a ice knife upon it.
Okay. That's a hit. Okay, so what's the distance on the ice knife explosion?
60 feet.
On the explosion.
No, not for the explosion. The explosion is 5 feet.
Hold up! Be really careful with
Damn.
the spells that change temperatures.
that was going to happen next, actually.
No!
Sam just kicks in. It's like, warning, abnormal temperature detected in the greenhouse. Activating countermeasures.
Well, Jin, we're safe.
Eye on Ken.
It was
Charger.
nice knowing you, Yalreth. Bye.
Whoosh. No more party members.
Oh no, so it doesn't take the extra damage from the explosion. It's got
Yeah,
a-
just the piercing. It looks like it.
So it'll take the 6 piercing and 11 cold. No, dexterity.
Just the piercing,
Ex-
Okay.
Elio's got to do a dex save too, or get hit by his own spell.
depending where you flung it.
When you right on the tree.
Well, it's a big fucking tree. So he would do his best to cast it so the 5 feet is not where he is.
Well, I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
There you go.
Okay, you will
Nice.
half of this damage. And as you hear, warning, abnormal temperature occurred. Correcting.
Oh, bitch!
Wait, no, Sam, the temperature is fine. Cancel the temperature fix.
Reset the order. Oh.
A burst of flame appears right where your hand was, where you cast the spell from.
Oh God.
No.
And actually, I'll roll for the tree as well. 'Cause
No, my stupid mouse has back and forward buttons on the mouse, so I was like, now I hit the button.
Oof. I hate when I do that.
Go back though. Do I need to roll something else?
No, you'll take the half of the 13 damage.
Sam, desist all temperature regulations in the greenhouse until we have left the room. Please?
Please enter command code.
1, 2, 3, 4?
That password was changed 1
4,
month ago.
5, 6.
Password?
Who uses password as a password?
My
What
work.
kind of idiot?
I can say that because you have to have like 5 other things to get to it. But yeah, it's, hey, the password's password, everybody.
Wow.
Okay, so the tree gives you another slap, Elio.
Jeez.
Ow.
Yikes.
To the slam! Ooh.
Ow.
Just imagine Elo being like, somebody, please!
And while I'll probably... Oh no, I did. That was... Okay, there it is. I didn't...
There's a bit of irony in Druid getting beaten up.
No bad.
A little.
When nature fights back.
Sabrak, it's your turn.
Trees gone wild. Okay.
This week on the Weather Channel.
The root of all evil.
Sentient oaks, beware. Okay, well, considering that Elio is basically getting the crap kicked out of him. Oh, what's a healer robot supposed to do?
Healer robot.
I would say maybe some light curatives might be in order here. So Citron lenses on Sabraxby will illuminate as he goes to put a hand on Elio's shoulder to cast Cure Wounds
Oh.
for 16 HP back.
Hell yeah.
You.
Okay, and with that in mind, seeing that there was the automated defense systems activated when we had fire happening at this moment in time.
Ha! The ads. I see what you did there.
Oh. Sabrak will forgo using his bonus action at the moment, and we'll save it for any sort of reaction that might take place.
Okay. Jin.
I mean, amidst Jin's laughing at the irony, run in and attack. And see if we can't take some branches. Branches with them.
That'll hit. Yeah, you start doing some pruning.
Yeah! And that's it. That's the end of my turn.
Heckin' yeah.
I mean, if it's only protecting this
Quick-
room, technically
Quick couple
we could
chops, and that's it.
Yalreth isn't sure about thunder now. She knows she can't use ice or fire, but she's not sure about other elements. So I think she's just gonna stick to non-elemental stuff, quote unquote. So first, she will Toll of the Dead. No, that dude. What? There. All right, I'm not using Toll of the Dead until I can sort that out later.
Wow. The tree's like, nope, 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 nope,
It's
nope.
one wise tree.
There, we'll use that instead.
Jin, what are you saying?
Shit is broken.
He's been
Alan
infected. He's got
Speaking
the
in
computer
binary
virus.
now.
I'm looking for the password. Chill out.
How did you guess such a complicated password? It was on a sticky note on the back of the tree.
Perfect.
So yeah, it takes 11 damage from that.
Okay, the tree is looking rather sad and bereft of leaves.
Am I allowed to take another go because that was a cantrip and Toll of the Dead isn't working?
Okay,
Or-
sure. I mean, you did Toll the Dead, and then I did that 20 wisdom save, but okay.
No, then that's fine. No, that's fine. We would have saved against
No.
it anyway, so it doesn't matter if the damage isn't there. That's fine by me. I don't want to. That's cool.
No. If you weren't actually doing Word of Radiance, then do something else.
It's just going to be another Eldritch Blast.
Smelter. That'll hit.
Oop. Wow! Wow!
Oh,
Wow!
Oh my god.
That's
both
twice in a
Eldritch
row.
Blasts.
Got a D10 worth of damage, and
One both times. Nat one both times. I'm gonna stop using you. You can go to spell jail. But spell jail doesn't exist. It does now, motherfucker.
I
You're
just
booked.
made it up. Yeah.
I just made it up, and that's going in there.
Spell jail. That's a thing now.
Book 'em.
Spell
It's gotta
jail.
be
Spell
emo.
book 'em.
Yeah, spell jail. Perfection.
Spell cops are gonna come and arrest you.
Right? Your time is done, Eldritch Blast. Get out of here.
Get out of here, you
25 to
dumb,
life.
filthy animal.
Yes.
Sonia.
Oh, it's me again. She still feels a little bad. She's just doing its job, and his friend is dead. But again, it's also beating up my friends, so slash it. Oh,
Oh.
never mind.
Oh,
Gross.
Yikes.
Roll your second attack, and then we'll discuss.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you bring your sword down, you hit the tree, but the wood causes your sword to shake a bit. When you come in for that second attack, you lose your grip, and you throw your sword off into some of the plants.
Over where? Over there. Oh
Over there.
no! How dare!
And actually, it looks like you've thrown it into the compost heap.
Oh, Brody.
Oh.
No, that was my new sword. Oh, that fire made my hands sweaty. Well, I guess I'd have to it would get an opportunity attack if I went to move right now. So
Yep, that's not how it works.
Here we go.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
vivify my pride.
Probably just,
Oh no, my pride!
Let me just fix that for you. Well, with that in mind, Elio will draw his sword wisp, his scimitar, and slash at the tree.
Swing, chop, swing, stab.
I like to say, all these nat 1s are countering the like 50 nat 20s we got last time.
True.
Fair.
The universe must find balance.
Must
It
be
must
in
be.
balance.
Equilibrium.
X.
Meanwhile, I'm like, fuck equilibrium, I just want to do damage.
Elio will then eat up his. Oh no!
Oh, what?
There's another one?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about it.
Barry's just rolling some numbers. We're fine.
I'm
Yeah, just
worried
roll the
about it.
numbers. Don't worry about it.
It's like, wait a second. The tree's dead, but the turn order hasn't disappeared.
Don't worry about it.
What?
Whenever
I'll let
you
you guys
take up...
wander about, wander around by yourselves here. It's okay. Just wander about.
Like,
Just keep
so,
doing
doing
the
it.
turn order in case we need it later.
Good thinking. Good thinking. I like this. I like this.
I'm out.
Okay.
Oh,
gonna grab my sword.
No, you don't.
Where
Your
are my
sword grabs
stuff?
you.
Okay.
Can
Can I get my bonus
say,
action this time, please?
If my sword
What-
fell
what were you
into
gonna
the
do?
shambling mound,
I was
did
going
it
to
do
eat
damage?
upper-
Oh yes.
Oh wait, no, that was
Shambling
what the
mound.
second roll was for. I see now. Never mind.
So yes, as you reach into the compost pile to grab your sword, you're surprised when the compost pile grabs you, and I need you to make a. Let's see here. Yes, I need a strength check, please.
Just straight check or saving throw?
It's DC 14, so I don't know.
So saving then.
Save. Okay. You're not able to grab your sword, but you are able to get away from the vines, trying to wrap around you and pull you in.
That's my sword. Stupid. Whatever you are.
It seems as though the entire
Drop
greenhouse is
it.
coming alive.
Lure it out so we can flame its ass.
Can I do persuasion to convince it to give me my sword back?
Sure, persuade the plant.
Nat 20.
It could
Give
happen.
me that back. Nope. Probably not.
It like eats it more.
Drop it. Drop the sword.
Sabrak.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, going through the spell listing, I don't think I know how to talk with plants, even though I have, like, 7 languages that I know. Well, I do have another language that's usually the sound of violence. That seems to work pretty well in our favor.
Yep.
Leo knows Druidic, and he knows that he can talk to plants, but it means diddly squat if that plant is enchanted to do exactly what he's gonna ask not to do.
Cause I think there's like some plants speak Sylvan, but I don't think it's all plants. So I think I had to look that up when I was playing a plant character.
I think at that point, let's see, what could I possibly do? Okay, well, since people are getting smacked around for no discernible reason, Sabrak sort of utters in a tone of celestial language. If I knew the Latin off the top of my head, I would say that off the bat, but for simplicity's sake, there's a projection of holy light around Sabrak that seems to have a healing, like a sense of wellness to him, as an aura of vitality springs forth from the Warforge's chassis.
Cool.
And bonus action. Okay. So then, with those who were damaged, I will use the bonus action at this moment as my cantrip to relegate Elio regaining 2d6 points of wellness. So an extra 5 HP.
Thank you, my friend.
If you're able to placate these vicious vegetables, that would be very beneficial.
Unfortunately, these vicious vegetables are under spells. I have nothing to assist with that.
That was excellent alliteration.
If there was some kind of
That is-
sentience. Sorry, if there were some kind of sentience to them, I could, but this is beyond me.
And we will excise them from this plane in the best way that we can. Alrighty, and that ends the Brack's turn.
All right. It kind of leans toward the light that Sabrak emanates.
Bolt your turn! Oh,
Who's it to?
oh no, those are definitely hits.
So I need you to make 2 saves to see if you are engulfed.
Okay.
DC 14.
Alright, well, if it is basically a grapple check, it will be strength. So, first one, that is a 13.
Okay,
Next
does
one
not make
is
it.
a 22.
So you fend off one, and then you get sucked in by the other. Luckily for you,
Yeah.
you don't breathe, so you are engulfed.
I
You
knew,
are
all
blinded,
part of the plan.
restrained, and
However-
unable to breathe. So, but
Yeah,
let's
and
do your...
I'm thinking... Yeah,
likes
let's
to
see what
eat
the
metal.
damage is. Yeah, if this thing is like a walking compost heap, that's going to be pretty corrosive.
Needs more
Okay,
iron in
so-
its diet.
33 points damage.
Definitely feeling like a dented tin can right now.
Oh, I've got more dents than, something that's been kicked around by the kids in the alleyway.
Okay, Jin.
Crap. Well,
Yank 'em
after
out.
watching Sabrak get essentially swallowed, it would have been one of those things where he sat there and was going to be like, "Oh, I'm not going to attack this. Then I'm going to let the magic dealers deal with it." And then Sabrak got swallowed, so now it's I would like to rage.
I'm gonna do a rage. please.
And while I rage, because just because of the class that Jin is, this hasn't happened before. The air around him actually gets electrically charged, and the shambling mound must make a DC 16 saving throw, or take 6 lightning damage, or take 1d6 lightning damage just for being in the proximity.
Nice.
Okay, deck save.
Request for
Yeah.
coolness effect. Could we increase the damage because it basically had the lightning rod in it right now?
I mean,
You got multiple ones in there.
Breath of the Wild rules.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, except it heals it.
So, your lightning actually supercharges.
cool.
And your great sword
Yikes.
to miss. Don't you get bonuses for being red?
In
That's
raid?
for damage.
Yeah. So I'll
Oh,
this
damage.
time I actually will blow my inspiration to reroll. There we go.
No,
There's your rage plus your slashing.
Nice. Now, is this a feat of yours? Is reckless attacking, or is that a different barbarian class?
I haven't chose to reckless attack.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
no,
have
I'm
to
just
nominate
making
that.
sure.
I do have that, but I usually don't use it. But because I did succeed on the attack, I will blow the last key point that I have to follow up with Flurry of Blows as a bonus action.
Is it raging your bonus action?
Yeah, it is considered as a bonus action.
Okay, that'll be next turn then.
Copy. Yalreth.
So I worked on getting it working. Boop.
Nice.
Hey.
All right. This thing's super wise, just so you
What it is.
It hears the bells, and sorry
And
to
it
take
has so it's 11. It's 11 necrotic damage.
Yeah, some of the vines rot and wither, and actually you see Sabrak's faceplate for a brief moment before new vines come up and over. So it's kind of like if it was a normal person, that they'd be going like coming up
Oh,
first.
So,
wait,
Brax, you just see the lens flares, and that's it.
Didn't even realise
Salutations!
that- Wait, it's resistant. It's got lightning absorption, so I can't use that. So I'm just gonna use. I'm gonna use another Toll of the Dead because fuck Eldritch Blast. There. 19 damage.
Deja vu.
I was just gonna say, this is kind of a reversal that, you know, if someone says hello there, Sabrak would say General Kenobi.
You see Sabrak's foot this time. Like he's getting rolled and turned over pretty quickly. You're like, oh boy.
I didn't
Oh,
know
no.
that Jin was short for general.
Yeah,
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi.
Sonia.
Well, considering a foot just came by, could I attempt to just grab it and yank him out?
Absolutely.
Does that be a string?
Or Sonya gets dragged in instead.
It can only engulf one person at a time, but we'll see.
So, yeah, just strength check.
Yep.
Hey!
That's enough. You pull Sabrak out.
By the foot. So it's like, drag him back a bit.
Yeah.
Help him up.
Yeah, you definitely see some dents in it and everything else. Probably some of the lenses on him are cracked.
Then she turns back.
Elia.
And now my sword. Give it back.
Give me.
Gimme.
Drop it!
Reaches in. Okay, this is either Sabrak or my sword. Can I want Sabrak?
It's the claw game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, well, since it's now Sabrak who has had some damage done to him, Elio will go over and cast Cure Wounds upon him.
Alright. 24 HP back.
And then as a bonus action, he will cast Eldritch Blast on the thing.
Yalreth grumbling in the background. Stupid fucking spell.
That'll. Okay. As you're casting the spell, you hear safety mode is being active. Parental controls are now active. Spells are not as effective for the next 1 minute.
Oh,
Are you kidding me, Sam?
Thanks, Sam.
Sam, you are
I am concerned
literally
about the amount
killing
of
us.
organic damage happening. I must protect.
Where was this feature when you killed the druid?
Organic damage did not equal fatal at the time. Thank you for that update.
Literally lit them on fire and then watched them burn to death.
Safety protocols, man.
This is
Safety parental
designated
controls
as
are on.
fine.
Druids are terrible at stop, drop, and roll.
Yes, a
Sabrak.
little bit, yeah. Okay, well, since I did take damage while doing a concentration spell, I'll see if I'm able to maintain it. So the first one, yeah, the spell for Aura Vitality is already interrupted since I would need to meet the 21. So the spell is finitoed.
need a 21? Holy crap.
Well, it's basically the damage that's dealt because of that critical hit. If it was a 12, I might be able to do it, but since that crit hit, it's much more hard. It's more difficult to do so. So, after being bolstered back up, you see some of the dents sort of come out from the Warforged chassis, but definitely still imprints are left. Sabrak, Sonia did help him to his feet, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he's not prone. Well, in that case, we'll draw that handy-dandy mace of his and try to go for a good old whackety-whack. Don't talk back. A whopping 10.
Rockety
Shall
whack
miss.
attack.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah. The processing unit inside Sabrak is still trying to calibrate itself after being manhandled by alien plants. Yeah, I think that will be my action for this round.
Jin tries to wrap around your leg.
I'm gonna smash.
So I'll need two strength saves from you. Your AC is 14.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
2 strengths.
Okay, you manage to fend off like Sabrak, but one wraps around your ankle and yoinks you in.
Yay.
Guys, stop! I need a turn to get my sword.
No way.
Take 27 points of bludgeoning damage as it drags you to the floor and pulls you inside. It is your turn.
Cool. Strength save to get out then? Or can I attack from inside?
Nice.
Technically restrained, so you're not able to make a swing, but I'm saying you're raging, so I'll let you choose. Pick your poison. Do you want to try and break free, or do you want to hack and slash?
I'm a swing!
I figured you'd go tracks.
I'd kill it from the inside.
The skin is as thick on the inside as it is on the outside.
Yeah. That'll hit. As he gets pulled in, you see him get enveloped, and just like this little ping of red light in his eyes as the rage, and it gets completely enveloped. He swings his sword, and the entire thing goes to ribbons and just falls around him. It is dead.
Nice.
Sword
Explosion of gore.
Whew, and I don't have to pull out my bow.
It's allergic to gins.
I just need to throw him into it.
It couldn't handle its gin.
Oh.
It's a good thing you're not allowed.
The
to
lightweight.
drink.
Okay, I'm definitely his tonic.
Oh.
Inspiration. Then you hear, it is important to stay hydrated. The whole room immediately fills with 3 feet of water.
Okay, well, I have to put my head in that to find my sword, because I'm assuming it's murky water.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no.
It was clear when it first arrived, and then it's kind of getting murkier
Yeah.
as time goes on.
I'm gonna quickly grab her sword. Okie dokie,
Fine,
time
water.
to leave.
And actually, as that happened, Yalreth, the doors close.
What?
Oh, to contain the water.
Yep.
Sam!
Sam.
Open the pod door, Sam!
Open the door, Sam!
Yeah, so the doors open, and then, like, water goes flooding past you. Whoosh. And you see it run out into the chasm behind you. I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
As I
Open
said,
the
I'm
door,
definitely
Dave.
getting HAL 9000 vibes here.
You're less fun now, Sam.
I apologize.
We
How
have
can I
to
assist in
remember it.
fun?
No, don't say anything else, Yalreth. Treat this thing.
I have an idea, actually.
Oh, God.
A 3-inch diameter ball of yellow energy descends gently from the ceiling, and Sam says, "Keep the ball afloat."
Sam, what is this construct made of?
Yalreth cast
Energy.
Mage Hand to keep it in the
What
air.
type of energy?
The boom boom kind.
Oh no, it will not explode.
What will it do if it hits the ground?
As long as it keeps afloat.
Just let you keep it afloat.
It is falling to the ground.
Oh boy!
So-
Yalreth cast Mage Hand to keep it in the air. The Mage Hand is just keeping it in the air, just like
It
it
falls
bounces.
through the mage hand.
Can
Everybody
Sonia's
exactly
gonna,
support.
like, dive to catch it and push it out.
Okay, so just roll me a dex,
The straight decks?
straight dex. Oh yeah, you hacky sack it back up in the air.
Alright, everybody out.
the rate of fall will happen faster now. Regular gravity of course.
Wait.
Um,
Gonna juggle
Ian's
it.
gonna try
Yeah.
and put
Stop.
the volleyball spike of it down the hallway out the door,
Okay. Roll me, I guess.
like
Dex
away
check.
from, and just
Dex
discard
sleight of hand.
it.
A dex sleight of hand or strength athletics.
Sure.
Yalreth
would work.
gets the fuck out of the way.
You bat it. It hits the door and bounces towards you.
Can I assist? And try it like.
Yeah, go for it.
So you said acrobatics to athletics or sleight of hand?
Yeah, strength, athletics, or dex acrobatic, dex sleight of hand. Okay, yeah. You smack it away. It goes back up. It doesn't go through the door.
We're just wall balling it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Flee to do it!
Get out! That's what I'm saying. Get out!
I'm waiting for Yalreth.
We're trying to
3, 2.
time
I'm
forever.
gonna
Okay.
keep wall
It hits
balling
the
it
ground.
until. Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna keep
No, it
trying to
hit the
keep it
ground.
up,
The
but
ground.
I counted down, but you did not give me
were
an action before I
talking.
counted down. It hits the ground and explodes in a 50-foot radius sphere of bright light. Everybody within the radius sphere, please make me a Constitution saving
that
throw.
think
should
that's
be
everyone,
everybody, right?
Everybody.
So what kind of throw?
Except for Sabrak, a con save.
Okay.
Okay, Elio and Yalreth, you are blinded for the next minute. I hope you had fun with the game.
No, not fun. Don't do that one again. Don't do any more games.
You asked for fun.
No, we
You
didn't.
said I would find you for fun.
Yalreth,
Yeah,
just stop talking to it. It's a child. It has no concept of this anything.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, kid.
I'm gonna fucking bite you. Piss off.
Elio just like lengthens his fangs with primal savagery and just like chomps and like
Am I
Well, but
supposed
no
to
one
be
can
scared of
see
you,
it.
you jumped up twink? Go away.
No, I was joking,
Please.
but thanks.
Please stop fighting. I will have to activate nap time protocols.
No, thank
Oh
you.
God, no! All I see is that Sandwich just deploys these, golems, like iron golems, just with large sacks, and it's just like, all right, nap time engaged. Wham!
I like that you did a
Elio, you are
visible,
blind,
yeah, the visible
so I
threat to
want you to-
Yalreth she couldn't see.
No, Yara's just sitting down on the stairs until it's gone. She's not moving until it's gone.
You okay?
Hate
Yeah,
it.
Elio doesn't go far because he's like, ah, fuck, I'm blind.
Oh right, I'm blind.
He just like sighs and sits down.
For everyone else, what you see is actually a beautiful vista look, and you can hear the sound of rushing water below. Anyone who actually looks over, you see some bodies float by in familiar cult robes.
Oh my
No.
god.
Yikes!
So that's
Oh,
still
no.
happening.
Sonya, you stop counting after about 30.
I have a
Oh
question
my.
about this.
Does the sheriff float by too? He got
just
smushed.
not just for the fact that there's cultists going by, but I'm wondering, how big is this cult?
Apparently, he's pretty large.
Like,
Well,
like
at
the
least
enrollments.
30.
It's
Oh, no,
lost
30
The
color
ones that we
now.
saw in the
31.
forest.
I mean, first off, considering a cult, they're stupid people, so probably a lot.
Yeah, but like, I want to say there's at least 100. At least.
Well, they're
There's
down by
70
at
now.
least 50%.
Right?
More than that. Yeah, so Brack will exit the greenhouse after sort of seeing, like, as you mentioned, Barry, he didn't have any ill effects with the energy explosion.
Correct.
Interesting. Before he leaves that, is there like some sort of ability that he'd be able to see, like the residual particles? Would he be able to tell what they could be, like with an Arcana check or something like that?
Certainly.
All right.
Sabrak, you get a flashback. So, you're standing in a small, dark room. It's about as wide as your shoulders and about as far out as your toes. The door slides up, out of sight. There's a red light flashing. You run into a hallway of white metallic walls, and about you see about 30 other of you doing the same thing, running down the hall. You basically feel a shudder as you breach into what looks like a living structure. The walls are made of like chitinous material. You are casting your firebolts. You see the other versions of you doing the same. One of them casts another spell, which produces a glowing orb like this, and you see it blind a bunch of squid-faced creatures. And then you come back to your senses.
If anyone would be noticing, you sort of see Sabrak that some of the lights on its faceplates sort of flicker on and off, and then after a moment of inertness, it kind of comes back to like the full lights. Windows sound effect insert. Duh.
Yeah, you come back to
Yalreth would've-
Sonya going like this in front of you, like, hello? Earth
Yeah,
just,
after
it's
like a few moments, like
material
there's
plane to
no response.
Sabrak.
Windows 95 sound up.
Yes, until finally, like maybe a minute afterwards, Sabrak sort of looks and notices Sonya's hands going, waving from its faceplate.
Yes, Sonya.
You were kind of out of it for a second. These things were flickering. You okay?
Ah, my optical ports. I was examining what happened inside the room. It's brought back memories, if I could call them that, of my past.
Anything useful?
There were other units of my same designation. We were summoned into action against living creatures inside of bioorganic structures. That spell that was cast there by Sam was of a similar designation one of my other companions had utilized in order to render the optical senses of the alien invaders, or perhaps the aggressors that we were meant to fight.
Interesting.
Are you all right? From up the stairs.
Yes, my functionality has not been rendered obsolete. It is, but perhaps some memory cache hidden away was finally activated after examining that spell.
Yeah, see.
Okay, I know we said we weren't supposed to talk to him, but I have a question. Hey, Sam,
Yes.
have you ever seen anything like Sabrak before?
Designation is ironic name. You seem fully functional.
Perhaps, but of my designation, I do not know much of my past. It has been taken away from me, or mayhaps obscured in some fashion. Hence why I have chosen Sabrak, broken in Dwarvish.
Mobile platform unrecognized. Runtime error.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot.
Maybe no. No, it's a pity. How long does this blindness last?
About a minute, so you guys should be okay by now.
He gets up and dusts himself off. He sort of looks to Yalreth. He goes, "For the record, I was joking. But good to know what we think."
Yalreth doesn't say
Sort
a
of-
word.
Carries on up the stairs.
I take it that you are all functioning well.
Yalreth
Yes.
just nods.
How is everyone doing? Does anyone need any healing as he goes up the stairs?
I think Jin does.
Jin could probably do with a little bit of healing.
Some wellness points right there.
Yeah, just a couple.
In a scale of X to how
Half
many
dead.
rolls? You're half dead. Yeah, but you being half dead and me being half dead could be like my whole health pool.
Well, I took 27 points of damage. Half dead.
Okay.
Literally half dead.
Okay, well, Elio will cast a Cure Wounds upon you.
All I can think of is when, Josh mentioned Jin being half dead is like, you sort of see Jin in his normal colored version, except 50% cut halfway is like grayed out. The other part is still fully colored.
Yalreth, you notice that the banister
Thank you.
is broken in the spot
Oh.
ahead.
Oh dear.
Not up to
Oh.
code.
I think this is where they fell.
Yeah, Sabrak
mean-
will join Yalreth at the banister and see the dilapidated nature of it.
Hmm.
I believe it's up here, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That would indicate perhaps of where Sam was mentioning of those two that decided to fall off the cliff.
Elio just wants to look about, maybe see if it seems like something that just broke on its own, or was it, say, evidence of foul play?
I was thinking the same thing, to be fair.
Also, if there's bodies at the bottom.
It looks. There is no bodies in the river, aside from the cultists that are drifting by. The banister rails look like they're sturdy construction, so something might have pushed through.
There's no like scuffle marks or blood or anything around.
No
Signs
blood.
of a struggle.
Not 16 days out.
Oh,
This seems to be an awful lot of accidents for one place.
Elio decidedly bites his tongue. So there is nothing at the bottom. There's nothing to be seen, even down the way.
Just dead cultists drifting down the river.
Because I just noticed there's green underneath it, so I wasn't sure if there's anything there.
Nope, nothing down there.
So probably forced quite far.
I was going to say, how high up are we?
I do not have that information.
No problem. I
Probably
would assume
pretty
it's
high.
Yeah, I was going to assume it was high, so drift would be a thing, or whatever it's called in the air.
The bottom of the cliff is beyond my sensor range.
I wasn't asking, but thanks.
So do these stairs go further in, or does it just kind of end there?
They
Yeah,
go
it looks
in.
like there's an entrance.
Well, perhaps we should investigate the rest of this place.
indeed. Must see what happened here.
Because I feel if there are any bodies left, they certainly won't. They won't be here anymore, and it's been 16 days. They could be very far downstream.
Boop. Oh, is that door?
Yeah, I was going to gently put. Oh.
Oh.
Well, Yalreth was going to gently push open that door.
Is that operation subroutine nap time?
The platform at the top of the stairs is surrounded on all sides by mounted shelves that hold tools and materials. Foldable workbenches and stools lean against the walls. The whole room glows with a bright blue light. In the center sits a large construct attended by 2 suits of animated armor. Fashioned out of mismatched scraps of iron, its calculated mess of broken blades, shields, loose hunks of armor, with a square panel in the middle of its chest. This large automaton's eyes glow the same bright blue. It has a single lens, and then a lens, and then another lens.
So 2 then.
Yeah. The platform's glow dulls as the construct's glow grows brighter.
Ooh. I guess upon seeing that, like the similarity of the facial structure, would Sabrak gain the... Sabrak is definitely interested in approaching it to see closer inspection of the unit. Kind of pushes past people and just sort of like, this is propelled to see what it is.
Yeah, it sees you approach and takes a step closer, and as you get closer, it salutes you, and then stops, and goes, "Why did I do that?" And then walks closer to you and gets lower to you, and gets eye level with you because it's a bit taller than you. And it says, "Have we met before?"
I am not certain.
Oh, that looks cool as fuck.
That's really dope.
That looks cool.
Neat.
The construction of your faceplate and the optic arrangement, it is very similar to mine. But in terms of if we have met in the past, I cannot say.
Designation and build felt right.
I concur. Perhaps there is something more to be said of your construction and of mine. I take it that you are Sam, yes?
This is correct.
Hmm.
I have built myself a mobile platform so that I might study.
Have you found anything during your time, if in your corporeal body?
You have only just arrived at my installation. It opens up the square panel and it shows a gem inside. Just a blue circular crystal. And then it closes the compartment.
So you just
Elio
finished building
looks-
this today?
Correct.
And you're absolutely sure about that?
Correct.
Okay. This sus.
Definitely sussing it out.
So sus. Elio just looks wary, but he's just leaving things to Sabrak.
Would you allow me to travel with you? Designation, Sabra.
Sabrak will turn to his fellow companions there.
I must confer with my compatriots first to see. There is possibly much that you would be able to gain in knowledge in this location. If you will allow me to speak with them by myself, we can confer and see what we can do.
He will nod slightly, and then he'll salute again, and then, like, turn and look at his hand, like, I do not understand.
Neither do I. It is odd that you would perform such an action before me.
And with that, Sabrak will basically gather up with his other compadres, go for a group. I was like, okay, guys, we gotta talk about the big angry robot dudes here.
Jin just shows up. Hey guys, what we do? The hell is that?
Oh.
It's Sam.
Yes.
Did you know the rails are broke back
See,
then?
yeah. Seems he must be programmed with possibly you or something that looks like you as a means of a figure of authority. That's my guess as to why he's saluting you, but as to why he would have that in him is interesting enough.
I concur. It seems very bizarre that it would be almost a natural reaction for Sam to produce this on command.
Programmed in him for sure.
Well, I mean,
As much as I'm not keen to take that thing,
it
it's
could help us
important to
find
you.
out more about Sabrak, and as far as I'm aware, he'd only have control over things in here, right? So once we're outside, it'd be fine.
Just be him, yeah. Slightly easier to control, but yeah, I'm more as much as I see it as a hazard. As I say, it's important to you, and you've shown interest in your past and things to learn of yourself. So I wouldn't want to hamper that.
I can understand the worry there. And I can appreciate your candorness, both Elio and Sonia. Yalreth, Jin, your thoughts?
Ladies first.
Yalreth warily looks to Elio before looking to Sabrak and saying, I think he should come with us.
You are looking for something in your past, and I don't really have a full grasp of what's going on at the moment, but just for argument's sake, he did toast somebody. And
Yeah.
it takes a village to raise a child, especially if that child has your capabilities and strength. I'm of the mind that what we've been talking to shouldn't have a mobile platform.
One sec. Hey,
Very well.
Sam, your
Yes.
mobile body thing, how much of your abilities does it have access to? Explaining is fine, no demonstrations, please.
Please specify as to abilities.
Well, you're able to control what's going on in here, right? Like temperature and the doors and stuff?
Via the inscribed runes, yes. I still have all magical capabilities.
But without the ruins? Like, if you came with us, there'd be no ruins.
I would still have my spells, much as the druid would.
So it would merely be an individual with his own particular talents.
I mean, she turns back to the group. He's basically the closest thing Sabrak could have to a family right now, right? So I'd feel kind of bad leaving him behind.
Oh, I'm not arguing with you, Sonia. I'm merely stating the fact that after a mere gesture of a nuance from Yalreth, we were subjected to a harmful spell. What's to prevent him or one of us making a slip of the tongue of, I wish that guy was dead, and this thing turning around and shish kebabbing somebody?
Organic damage is not ideal. Now that I know it causes fatality.
Yeah, how about this?
Yes, but you also allowed damage upon us from the things that we were trying to deal with that were hurting us and couldn't tell the difference.
You see, Sabrak is a bit of a boss, right? We could just say...
Unsure.
Well, if we told you that you were only allowed to cause organic damage if Sabrak gives you permission to, would that be okay, Sam?
Affirmative.
There we go.
Excellent. Sabrak becomes the babysitter to a giant golem.
Not babysitter, but from now on, if we're in a fight, you're only allowed to cause organic damage if Sabrak says you can.
I will defer to Sabrak's moral judgment.
Organic or inorganic damage.
Yes.
Check before damage, in general.
Confirm.
Engage.
Affirmative.
No, I
Make it show.
definitely agree with Jin. It's either leave it here because it's too dangerous, or we become parents because, as we say, it's a child. It has
If
no
I
learning history.
do not travel with you, I will travel on my own.
Why do you wish to travel in general? As curiosity.
I have known these walls. However, part of me knows more. I seek to experience and collect knowledge.
Well, then we need to be his moral compass because he does not have one.
Strikes a very eerie hallmark to my own desires as well. As the pursuit of knowledge can be only so much attained inside of four walls. The world offers so much more.
Yes.
So Sabrak will kind of move his way back up towards Sam, and
He'll
sort of
salute you again.
look
And
at
the arm goes
construct
down, and he's just like
Sign of
again,
respect,
it's-
Sam.
It is perhaps an engram that has been built into you that is basically a protocol that you will do regardless for the salute. However, I would believe that speaking with my companions, Sam, it would be best if you would travel with us. Perhaps there is much more that you can learn within our companionship.
Would be greatly appreciated. He extends its hand for like a handshake.
Sabrak offers that in kind.
Okay, when you touch hands, there's a spark, and the both of you just say, "Runtime error. Command module missing. Designate Sabrak. Command module."
Yes.
They both
Okay,
said
make it
that?
show.
Yep, in unison.
That's not creepy.
Aw, the machines are getting to know each other.
The singularity is occurring.
The hive mind has started.
Excellent.
Assuming direct control.
The flesh is weak.
I will say we've reached 1 hour for the recording time.
I was gonna say, and that's where we're gonna leave it for tonight.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see what happens when two robo dudes combine their forces. Ultron, perhaps?
Are we gonna get like 5 more little mini Sabraks, and then they can all transform to become a bigger Sabrak?
We get Sam, Sabrak, and a bunch of Roombas.
Or a mobile platform. Perfection.
So yeah, you got to all have a glimpse into Sabrak's history here. Also, I would like to point out this came from Arcadia, a D&D magazine, issue 1. People watching it, issue 1, but they're like 5 in now. I built this a while back, and you know. So this is from the January issue number 1, and it's called The Workshop Watches. Of course, I've adapted it to fit our storyline, but it's pretty fun little module from the Arcadia. I'll send
awesome.
Megan a link and she'll put it up on screen. But yeah,
Alrighty.
And yeah, follow us on Facebook to know when we're gonna stream, though it's more or less the same time every time. Join the NPC contest, that's also on Facebook, and the details are in the break, and also in a few seconds. And if you aren't following, you should follow. We're pretty
Yeah,
cool,
drop us a
we'd
follow,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Please do. Be more
we'd
than
appreciate it, and you'll see more of this quirky, fun stuff. Find out about robots.
will robots dream of electric sheep.
Find out next time on Dice Chasers.
Find out next time on Dice Chasers.
Bye!
Can I be brutally honest about it?
No.
No, you put a vampire in a box.